factored, right? So that's one of the reasons today you've got a quiz over factoring, because you can't get to this step if you haven't already factored them. Some of these we have to do a little work on, like the second one, but let's start with our first one. This is a polynomial. How do I know it's a polynomial? Are there any x's raised to a negative number? Are there any x's raised to a fraction? Are there any x's inside of a radical? Are there any x's in a denominator? If it were any of those cases, they're not, so this is a polynomial. Now we're going to take our factors. Factors are things that multiply, okay? This is 3x times x minus 1 times x plus 3. Those are our factors. So that's what we usually take, that big old polynomial, and we factor it out to something like this. So we're going to take 3x and we're going to set it equal to 0. We're going to take x minus 1 and set it equal to 0. And we're going to take x plus 3 and set it equal to 0. We take all our factors and set them equal to 0, because when we multiply them, if they're going to equal 0, that means one of those has to be at least 0, because that's the only way you get a 0, when I multiply by 0. So the first one, 3x equals 0, that's going to be x equals 0 divided by 3, which is what? 0. So let's plot that root. It's going to be right there at the origin. The next root we're going to get is x minus 1 equals 0. So it's x equals 1. So all I got to do is put one tick mark so I don't have to label it. If you just go put a point out somewhere, then you're going to have to label it. And the last one is x plus 3 equals 0. So we'd subtract 3. And we get negative 3. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 tick marks out to the left. Does anybody know the degree of this function? How many roots did I just end up with? 3? Mm-hmm. If I were to FOIL it all out, we would end up with x cubed. Okay, so our degree is 3, which means it's even or odd. If it's odd, are the right and left end behaviors going to be the same or the opposite? Very good. So now let's go back. If we FOILed this out, what would our first leading term be? 3x cubed, right? So my leading coefficient is 3, which is positive or negative. So what does that tell you about the right end behavior? Why? If A is positive, what does the right end of your graph do? It goes to infinity. If A is positive, it goes to positive infinity. Since the degree is odd, what is the left end behavior? Okay. So because our A value is positive, the right side's going to go up. Because our degree is odd, the left side is going to do the opposite. We're going to come through and cross just like a line would. Come back up and grab that one, go through it, and go back down and grab that one. Now we have a continuous function with a domain from negative infinity to infinity. It's polynomial. We okay with those? Okay, the next one, we have one that's ready. We got 3x minus 4 equals 0. So x equals what? Be careful. Add the 4, divide by the 3. So I can go ahead and plot that one. Here's 1, here's 2, 4/3 is going to be right there. Now this one I can't graph. Is that a difference of squares? Can you take the square root of 9x squared? Can you take square root of 16? And it is a difference, so it's a difference of squares, which means we can factor it by doing parentheses, parentheses. We're going to put a plus and we're going to put a minus. It's always the same if it's a difference of squares. We're going to take the square root of the first term and put it in the front of both of our parentheses. So what is the square root of 9? Square root of x squared. So 3x and 3x goes in the front of both. Then we can take the square root of 16. That'll go on the back of both. So what's the square root of 16? 4 and 4. So those are our other two factors we're going to set equal to 0. So we have 3x plus 4 equals 0 and 3x minus 4 equals 0. Didn't we already have 3x minus 4? So if we have it here and here, doesn't that mean we have a multiplicity of 2? Have we talked about multiplicities? No? Okay. A multiplicity we're getting ready to. Because it occurs twice, so I have 3x minus 4, and I have 3x minus 4. That means it's 3x minus 4 squared. Do you agree? So that means at that root, I've got that root occurring 2 times. So that's what that M2, it's a multiplicity of 2. And what's going to happen is at that root, it's going to act just like a quadratic. You know how a quadratic will go down and then it'll go back up? Well, if you have a multiplicity of 2, then it's going to bounce at that root. It's going to turn around and go the other direction. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. The other one is 3x plus 4. So x equals what? Negative 4/3. So I'm going to place my 1 and my 2, and that one's going to go about right there. So let's think about our leading term. If we multiply those two, what would we get for a leading term? How about 27x cubed? So that's my leading term. My leading coefficient is positive. So what is my right in behavior? Positive infinity. My degree is odd. So what is my left in behavior? Good. So here we go. We're going to go up from this one, and we're going to go down from this one. The degree would be 3 right here. So at that root where we had the multiplicity of 2, it's going to act like a quadratic, and it's going to bounce back up. It's going to come up, and it's going to grab the y-intercept and then go back down and get that root. And the y-intercept in this case should be 64, right? Because if I multiply negative 4 times negative 16, I get 64. Okay, so let's look at this one. My A value is 5. So what's my right in behavior? Okay. Now let's figure out what our degree is. This one right here would be 5 times x, and then we'd multiply times another x. And then, oh, and by the way, this one is x squared. Do you agree? And then we'd multiply by another x, and that one's going to be x to the 4th. So we end up with what? 5x to the what? 7th. Since my degree is odd, my left in behavior will be, they will be the opposite. Okay, now let's figure out what each of these roots are. Do I need to set 5 equal to 0? Is there a variable? If there is not a variable, you do not have to worry about it. So we're going to take x minus 2 equals 0, x plus 3 squared equals 0, and x minus 1/2 to the 4th power equals 0. So the x minus 2 would just be x equals 2. We okay with that one? So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to plot that root. Since it's a multiplicity of 1, it'll cross just like a line does, because a line has a degree of 1, right? And that's how it kind of works. It crosses in the same manner as that parent function would. The next one, do you agree this is going to be x equals negative 3? Yeah, but it just means I'd have x plus 3 equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0. But it's going to occur 2 times, right? Because what I'm saying is I have x plus 3 times x plus 3, and they equal 0. So that's x plus 3 equals 0, and x plus 3 equals 0, right? So in other words, the root occurs twice. So this is a multiplicity of 2, which means at that root, it's going to bounce like a quadratic does and go the other direction. The next one is going to be x equals 1/2. What's the multiplicity going to be? 4. Like a quadratic, it's going to bounce as well, but it's going to get a little flat at the root. So just to give you an example, do you agree that's a line? And you see how it goes through the root? Okay. Cubic would be the next thing up. It'd be the next odd, right? Well, a cubic goes like this. You see how it doesn't go straight through? It gets a little flatter. If it were to the 5th power, it would get even a little flatter. So the bigger that multiplicity gets, the flatter it gets at the root. That doesn't mean that it's staying at that root. It's just going up tiny, 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 tiny. Okay? So when we go to graph this, we've got a root at negative 3. 1, 2, negative 3. That one's a multiplicity of 2. And you could always put a little m2 there to help remind you if you need to. And then we've got a root at 1/2. And this one's going to be a m4, which means it's going to bounce, but it's going to be really flat at that root. So right end behavior is up. Left end behavior is down. At our root on the left, we have to bounce. We're going to come down here somewhere and probably grab our y-intercept. We're going to go back. Oh, I did that a little. We're going to go back and we're going to flatten at this root. Ooh, and come down and go back up. So anytime you have an even multiplicity, it'll turn around and go back the other direction. If it's an odd, it's going to go on through. It might go through like a line or a cubic. We okay with that? It's kind of an easy way to graph a very hard-looking function, isn't it? Questions, problems? Okay, I'm going to give you the practice so you